Good evening, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side by an Future Digibyte OG. Sorry, guys, my voice is still a little fucked from teaching the classes and all this fucking content this week. And there's been just so much to talk about. It's been a really fun week. So, before I go any farther, I am not a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? No motherfucking way you should. And if you do, well, at least do it, you know, because you're making an educated decision. I do next level technical analysis, as you see right in front of you. And I can point you in the right direction, and I can give you a better feel of what's going on the charts. Because let's face it, if you're throwing your hard-earned money into a crypto, a commodity, or just a stock alike, I can read the charts better than anybody. You know, there's only one other channel that I would promote and tell you to go check out. And again, I'll keep telling you it because his channel's blowing up as we speak. He's up to over 160 subscribers. Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. You know, and he's doing something cool at his. He's, you know, trying to collect donations. And after so much, he's doing kind of like a class type thing. But he's releasing it every episode at a time. So it's something cool. Go check out his channel. So, anyhow, something, you know, we have a community here that's different. You know, we all are growing together. And at the end of the day, the goal here with Tom's Army is simply this. We're going to know the charts inside and out because you guys have seen, and I proved to you over the last 6 weeks, saved you guys probably 70% of your portfolio and made some of us 300 to 400% in the same time period. So, what all I'm saying is the more eyes we have, the more we can do together. And yeah, I mean, we can help each other out. We really can. Like, I can't watch everything. And you guys, all the time, Lachey in there. All the time, Brandon in there. All the time, some of you guys in my emails. You know. I mean, just a bunch of you guys. Then, like, I'm getting fucked over right now. And I'm trying to get something from somebody I really like in my audience. Kari, but fucking YouTube keeps blocking the link because he's telling me about an exchange from Australia because I use Uphold, which is in Australia, and he's telling me one that's better, but it won't let him put his link in my fucking chat, so I can't see it. So, Agostino or Bagari, please send it to my email if you haven't already. I'll check it after I record this. So yeah, guys, so we're going to get to the charts. And for you newcomers, it's simple. There's only one way you can know the charts like this. Alright? You can't just come on the charts and think you're going to see everything. So like I tell my audience, I massage the charts. Oh yeah. I go up to the charts and I say, charts, are you going to make me look stupid today? And the charts say, oh no, Tom, we're not going to make you look stupid today. Oh no. And I say, well, charts, if you're not going to make me look stupid today, what the hell is going on? And the charts say, Tom, look, I'm already building in front of you, dummy. So, what I see happening, based on what the charts are saying, all right, charts, you don't have to be so aggressive here tonight, okay? So, hold on, I'm moving this garbage can back. Sorry, I'm always working, guys. All right, there we go. At least I didn't drop it on me this time. Last time I was doing a stream, I scared the shit. Well, one time, it was about 4 weeks ago now. Not as many of you guys in the audience. But I dropped my big-ass recycling garbage can, and it fucking scared the shit out of everybody. Because I know it did, because I watched my replay and forgot I did it, and it scared the crap out of me. But, so, the charts anyhow, you know, they speak to me. That's all you need to know, they speak to me. And also, I like to do this at night. If you're new to the channel, some new people said, we don't want to hear you sing, just get to the charts, blow me. I seen your comment, go fuck yourself. I do the charts. I massage this bitch. Nope, 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 I don't like that word. I massage the charts. I don't like that word. I don't like using that word with the charts because it's condescending. If you don't understand it, you don't get it. So, and I think it's demeaning when using the context I just did. So, anyhow, what I think is going to happen is, yeah, guys, we don't have a lot of volume. Correct. And there is an inverted head. But, like, when we go back in the pattern, what did we come off of? Like, that's what we're looking at right now. This is the 4 hour. So I've got a nice, cool updated of the update because it was just a blue line. Now I have the PVT SMA 21 close. So, you know, basically we got an average volume, but it's telling you right now what's winning out. When we get into higher areas, we have 75,000 average when we're up here. We come down, see what happens? We got no buying pressure or selling pressure up here. 75,000, 87,000, but it's all selling. This is in the downward. We go up. We got 413, 282. So there's a discrepancy, but the volume's lower than the average. That's the point. And it gets higher when we get down here. That's the problem. So we're not having a crossover in volume yet. We're almost oversold at this point, though, on Litecoin, if you look at it. We're pretty much oversold. We're exhausted. But now is the time that you can have a move and the buyers will come in, or the manipulation, as I call it, because this, make no mistake about it, guys, the manipulation's real. And if it was all about the charts, we'd all, you know, we could all predict it. But it's not, guys. There's so much manipulation. And there's a lot of jabronis out there, so you wouldn't understand. But the real ones understand. So if you look at this inverted head and shoulders, in my opinion, so you got left shoulder, head, you know, kind of coming around at the right shoulder. Now, there's two things that can happen here. One, we just fall off and we come back down and kill it. Two, we sideways consolidate now and then we come up. And I'm not saying we're going to 280, but what I am saying is be very careful, because I think we could have a hook. And guys, there is a small, and I keep talking about it, possibility that when we double bottom down there at around, it wasn't even a true double bottom, but we got close enough at 84 cents, 85 cents. Although I don't think it's the case, because there's just no volume. This is going to be a manipulated push. You don't need volume. There's just not going to be any sellers. They'll just keep putting in just enough volume to push it up to their level. But I mean, this is finishing off a W. It has to. In my opinion, it has to finish it off. And look how far H-bar is ahead, guys. So H-bar is telling you all you need to know. And look how the volume crossed on this one. You see how the green volume crossed up finally when we had a push? Yeah, I know it's hard because we haven't had any kind of crossover in volume. The problem is, though, you see what happened here. Still with the cross, right? Even when we had a rise, there's no change in volume. Barely. 4 million more. There's not really that much more. Not as much as you would expect. You would expect to see that shooting up for an, you know, a sustained period. But I like that little feature on the bottom. If you guys see that and you start seeing that green sway up, you know, we're starting to get a swing in volume to the up direction, obviously. But if you come on and you watch and you want to know what's going on and you see what you see right now, that is technically the sign of it. And I always call it the fake inverted head and shoulders because it creates the W. And look, if you guys look at this pattern, guys, just stare at it. All right? Let me do something real quick. Take this away. This did not, you can't see this, right? Take that away. Hold on, I'm going to make sure you can't fucking see it. Because I know my audience. See that? Look at the pattern you see right now. You see what that looks like? You want to know how I do pattern recognition? I take this away. I can take this away just by staring. I'll act like it's not there. So, now what do I see similar if I take that away? Oh, we go to XRP. Oh, interesting. Go back to H-bar. Interesting. If you just go back, if you take this part off of H-bar and you just go back to here and come down to the bottom candle, you've got a nice pattern like this where you pull down. Let's go back to XRP. You pull down and now you're in the sideways consolidation right before you go up. If you base it on the other pattern that we're looking at. And that could be very well what's starting right now. That we're starting this hook up. I'm telling you guys, something, it could be happening. Or it could just do this. So I say, if you want to gamble, it's not really a gamble because look how cheap the shit is and we want XRP. If you want Doge, if you want Litecoin. And I did buy my DGB right now just in case because you know what? DGB was at 6.8 before I came on. And I'll be damned if we have a run up and I just miss it because I'm fucking greedy. So yeah, I dropped $690 on DGB and got 10,000 of them. And it cost me a couple hundred of my Doge. So I have 7,000 Doge now. But I put $200 of my reserve back on so that I could sell the couple hundred Doge and then put the $200 on and I could get my 10,000 DGB. It just wasn't worth it. I got it at 6.6. You know, it's not worth it anymore not to have it, is my point. So if we're going to make a run up, you know, I even dipped into a few more XRP. I got a couple hundred more XRP too, just in case. Even though I think it's going to go down farther and I got limit orders set across the board, I'm not going out without any. You know, just on the off chance that this does shoot up and end up using this as a double bottom. But what I'm saying is, look at all the patterns. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, by the way, we're gonna cut this off. I'm gonna keep you in suspense. Right now, we're gonna do this daily on my show. Look at this beautiful by Todd Dietering. He made this all come to reality. But it's the best part of my community, by the way. So take a break. Sit back, like I tell my class. Click out of my page real quick and hit the like button. Just hit the like button real quick. We got to start getting more likes. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers now. We can't have under 100 likes anymore. It's embarrassing. It really is. It's embarrassing. So you guys got to help me out there. But the reason why we're here is if you want to join Tom's Army for $9.99 a month, we're at 84 active subscribers now. We have our first goal of 100 active subscribers. For $9.99 a month, you get to keep me here full time. I don't have to teach as many classes as some of you guys know that are in my technical analysis classes. I teach it for you guys if you want to join Tuesdays and Thursdays from, let's see, 8 to 9 p.m. Sorry, my air conditioner just shut off outside and now it's not loud, so it's weird. So now I gotta talk like this. No. But I teach it from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and you don't have to be a part of it. They're always available after for 14 days. And we're actually coming up to the end of the first 4 weeks of our class. We actually did, actually. We just finished our 8th class on Thursday, I believe. Or was that 6? I don't fucking know. It was either, I think maybe class 6 we just finished. Yeah, that sounds right. So next week will be the end of our first month? I don't know. Something like that. Like I said, I have other classes, so sometimes they all get merged together. But for $9.99 a month, you can become part of the exclusive and elusive T-Fam and join Tom's Army. Upon joining Tom's Army, you get the exclusive and elusive T-Fam badge. When you upgrade for this, well, not upgrade, but when you resub for the second month, you get this exclusively as your second month badge. Well, it's not this one exactly. It's the white one, the white version. The dark version's mine. But for my audience, the second month badges, you'll have the white version of this. It'll look exactly the same with the white background. So, and then the third month, if you are a subscriber for 3 months, oh yes, I know, this is incredible. Can you believe this incredible news back there? Yeah, I hear you guys. See, they're cheering in the background. Yeah, you guys can't hear them. I muted them. No. But anyhow, the third month, you see my XRP XLM DGB emoji that you see when you click on my channel. Well, that's what you get for the third month. And it's going to be running. There's a bunch of cool stuff I'm thinking. But every single month that you upgrade your subscription, you know, so we'll get a bunch of people with the T-Fam. Then we'll have 2-month subscribers that have this with the white background. You know, have Tom's Army in there. So you'll have the T-Fam emojis going, and then you'll have Tom's Army going. Then you'll have a bunch of them that are the actual XRP XLM DGB emoji. You know, and then we'll have the original one that I started with, just the XRP one. And as I add it up, and we're just going to have all these things so you can see how this channel's grown. It's going to be so great. So, you don't want to miss this. This is different. This is different than other channels. So, I made you wait. If you're still here, now you deserve this technical analysis because you have waited, you have listened, and you crave it now. So let's go back. So, like I was saying with all the patterns, you see how it looks? Let's go back to our, and I always call this, you know, this is our outlier. This is our ding, 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 like, hello, alarm bell is going off. What the fuck's going on here with the H-bar? You know, this is what I'm saying. This is our outlier right now. This is what I think is going to happen with all of them, in my opinion. You know, so don't look at this. Take that away. Act like that's not even there. So, since I'll just do this. So, see this pattern? Now, let's go back to these ones. Whoops. Let's go back to these ones, guys. Okay? But this one's not finished yet, but it looks like the same pattern. Right? If I keep it like this, they all... Son of a bitch. They all look like the same pattern. Some come down a little bit farther, which means they might pull up a little bit more. That's all this means. Same with XRP. It might pull up a little bit farther than H-bar. Doge. I still think Doge has a nice come up right there. Man, if I'm right about this, though, we're going to have some nice gains tonight. And H-bar would have proved the 20. But that's the thing, though. What happens after this? That's what I'm saying. If we do a sideways and up consolidation and we finish up the cup and handle, which is what I... All right, guys. Once again, I'm going to blow your mind because this is what I think is going to happen. I'm not going to blow your mind, but it's easy when you can see the pattern. So I think we're going to come like this, do a sideways and up consolidation, and then come back down and crash really hard. I think we're just building the structure for this final fall. And then we're going to revert at the bottom, and then we're going to break all-time highs. You got to build something to break these massive M's, guys. Okay? That's a massive... It doesn't look like it, but that's an M. This puny little W, that's not breaking the M. Likewise, you know, look at Zill. Let me get back into the pattern. You see how it looks? I'm just saying, guys, sometimes you do things like this. This is why you need these in front of you. This is why you need to have this kind of stuff like I have in front of me. Because now we can go to the outlier, guys. We go to H-bar. Look how it even looks on the bottom. See that area right there? Then you see the middle. You see right here. You got the green in the middle right here. Then you come back to this before you have the breakout. Look how XRP looks. Well, look at this consolidation down we have. There's a reason for this. And now we might be kicking up finally, but that's what I'm saying. We haven't built that green pattern yet. What happens when we build the green right here? You know, this is like the downslope, and then this is where XRP could have finally started getting some traction. And then bam, within a couple, you know, couple candles, it was out. What if XRP is right behind this? It just had to come down more. You know, forget the bottom. Forget the bottom. I'm going to move my page back. Forget the fucking bottom and just look at it like this. And tell me if it looks similar. Sure, some of them might go down, some might be up higher. But for the most part, if I just hold it like this, we haven't even looked at ADA or IOTA or well, we looked at Litecoin. That one's inverted more. That tells me it's going to go up higher. It's got more of a gain to come. Same shit. I'm telling you, these are all kind of the same. Well, not kind of. They're all in the same fucking pattern in their own way. That one's up higher like H-bar. I mean, look at this, guys. When I know, and when I know, I tell you. Look at these patterns, guys. These are identical. I'm all about fucking pattern recognition. I don't forget shit. I have a photographic memory for you newcomers. And I may have an abstract thinking. So I can see when things, how they're going to play out. And this tells me, red alarm, you know, that we're going to do exactly what H-bar did. Like, look at this. I think we're going to do exactly what H-bar did. Because look at, guys, that's still technically not even positive volume, but there's just no selling going on. We don't go positive until we start selling. Right here, it's more traditional. But But that's what I'm saying. Look at the manipulation. There's no volume to even pump this up, and it's showing you. So this is all manipulated pumps. So when you start looking at all the fucking patterns, you can look at V-chain. You look at DGB. If it's not manipulation, guys, how the fuck do you explain they all look almost identical? This is more like an XRP. I mean, come on. Manipulation's real, folks. Open your fucking eyes. It's about time I start getting back to this kind of a show. When I point out the obvious instead of just going on one chart. This is what you need to see, guys. And if you ask me in the comments, what do I think is going to happen? It's pretty fucking obvious what I think is going to happen. If you ask me my position, watch my videos. I'm very transparent. I'm the most transparent person on YouTube when it comes to his positions. And there's a reason for that. I need you to trust me. I need you to know what I'm doing. I told you when I entered Dogecoin at 33 something. And told you, well, it was actually a little bit better than 33 something. But with the upcharge, it was like 33 fucking 6 something. I told you when I fucking, even when I came on just now, I told you I put $200 more on my uphold that I've had from the $1,500 on the side. Because, you know, I couldn't trust myself. So I took $1,500 out. Only had $2,500 because I would have gambled too much. You know, in a downturn because I'm not good with just sitting on the sidelines. So I come in today and I'm like, you know what? DGB's too cheap. When I seen it get down to the, you know, when I could buy it at 6.6 with the upcharge. I'm like, it's too fucking cheap. Nope. So I put $200 on, sold 300 of my Doge, and I got 10,000 of my DGB. I told you I've already got plus 5,000 ZIL that I'm not giving up when I got it when it dipped down under 9 cents briefly. I don't care if it goes to 4 cents. I'm not giving it up. I know what ZIL is doing in the future. I know what DGB is doing in the future. Even those XRP I scooped up, I told you guys, when it got down to 82 cents, I picked up a few hundred. I'm not giving them up. I don't care how fucking... It's that much less I'm going to have to get. Just like today, I bought a couple hundred more XRP. I told you when I first came on just now. It went down to 88 cents, and I said, you know what? And I always had a little bit of XRP that you guys donate. So when you see the 76 XRP or whatever, that's donations. That's why I never sell that. So when you guys are like, oh, somebody's like, you didn't liquidate all the way, you got 76. It's like, yeah, what kind of douche would sell the user donated XRP? That's why it's always there. You know? But now I've got more, you know. I keep adding slowly on this. Since we came down under, you know, $1, I've added like 500 or 600 XRP now. And we'll go from there. Because I'm not going to get caught in the dark where I've got none of this. None of it. I do think, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go lower. And I say pretty sure, even though I'm 100% confident in what I think the pattern's going to do. You can always invalidate a pattern if they want to manipulate it. And if we got up, and this is just real talk, like I told you at $1.78 when it never hit, over $1.78. When it hit $1.70, I was the happiest person the next day because our pattern was still valid and I knew we were coming under $1, which we did. And significantly, which we did by about 25%. So, if we get above, and Brandon can confirm this, I seen his comment, so he's right on it too. He knows what I know. And not because I tell him, guys. He actually knows the shit, so does Lachey. So, when they comment, you know, you guys got to be more open-minded. They're not arguing with me. They're saying, hey, if it goes up to here, we invalidate the pattern. So you fucking guys know. They're not doing it to fucking argue with me. We are all friends here. Brandon and Lachey are my closest friends here now because they trust me and they share their charting knowledge with me. And by just doing it in the comments and taking the time. Do you know how long it takes to make a comment like that when they do that shit? Or the amount of thinking it takes? Because they want to make sure you guys know what the fuck you're talking about. Or what they're talking about. You know how hard it is to portray that in a message like that in a comment? How beautifully they do it too. It's insane. Pravakari, he fucking does it too, guys. He's not even from the USA. Most of these people, most of you guys aren't from where I live. But you guys have knowledge from all around the world. Like I said, we're in like 40-something countries. It's fucking crazy. So we have a lot of knowledge. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. And not $9.99 a month, because you're not ready to join Tom's army yet. And the reason why is because I haven't taught you to fish yet. You're not allowed to fucking join my army until you're feeding me scraps that I've taught you to catch. So simple. You have $1,000 in your portfolio. You don't know how to trade. You watch me for a few weeks, and somehow your 1,000 turns into 2,000. All right, you got a few scraps you can throw me. Then you subscribe to my channel or send a donation, which is always in the link. But right now, you don't send shit. You sit back, you relax. This is free content. You watch a few advertisements and get by. Yes, I want 1,000 people to join my army. And we're at 85, or 84, actually. 85 will be the next one. But it has to come the right way. I've only been on for 7 weeks now. So I can't go from 0 to 1,000. So we're going to do this organically and we're going to do this right. But if we're doing it right, you can't rush in to help me just so I can get to 100 or get to 1,000. You need to eat first. You need to stack your deck. And then when you feel comfortable, you start throwing me the scraps of subscribing to my channel. And then eventually, like, I've got 2 people to do because of how much they've learned, they've made, they've saved. They've been around for a while, but I got 2 people that have subscribed at the $99.99 a month level. I've got 10 people, or 11 people, I believe, that subscribed at the $24.99 level. So if that doesn't tell you, they're going above and beyond for a reason. It's not because I'm fucking blackmailing them. It's because they've learned some real shit in here. And they know they can't get anywhere else up to the minute like this unless they're going to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. One of the fastest rising people on YouTube right now. No joke. I just showed his channel last week, and he had like 30 subscribers. And now he's got 160 something. He's quadrupled. 5x'd it. So, there's places to go, but it's very hard to find them. Like, don't go to the run, guys. Unless you want to watch 2 grown men douche each other. That's pretty embarrassing, though. So, guys, I'm going to let you go. Just if you have to, rewatch this video. You know, get through what I was saying. But I hope you watch until the end because this community is something special. We're approaching 2,000 subscribers in less than 2 months. When I first came on, I made a prediction that I would have 10,000 subscribers by next March. Because I started in March. We're going to fucking blow that away. I guarantee it. Well, I started like March 26th. Or 27th or some crap. Right? Last 2 or 3 days of March. So, guys, just pay attention. There's some money to be made, I believe, tonight. And I've shown you every reason why. If it doesn't pan out, I've shown you every reason which way it'll go. You guys know my overall prediction. But I'm trying to teach you the intraday tradings and what to look for within pattern recognition. Period. We got a little bit of sideways consolidation here. And yeah, I never talked sideways consolidation or upward and downward trends. I never would talk that lingo because I didn't think my audience was ready. But then watching Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing and hearing him use the terminology and knowing, even with this small audience, they were catching on, you know, I started adding it in more. Now you guys understand. My class knew about it, and some of you guys that were here for longer have heard me use it and talk about it outside of the YouTube forum. But as far as to my audience, I was talking head and shoulders all the time. How often do we even talk head and shoulders now, guys? You're smarter. I can show you the W's in the pattern. I can talk about cup and handles. I can talk about your reverse patterns. We can talk about... I mean, shit, we talk about everything now. You guys recognize the M in the patterns. You can see the bear flags. You can see the pennants. You know, you can see the fake outs. You can see the inverted head and shoulders, which we're on right now. Which, if we're on a head and shoulders and we have to come down, guys, where the pattern started. Well, now if we're on an inverted head and shoulders, we have to go back up where the pattern dropped to revert and come back down. That's why I said... Not that high, guys, but I mean like right here. Likely, this is where we have to go up and revert. This isn't where it started. This technical pattern technically started right here. So you'd get an even kick up and we'd come to this support line. Which, ironically, is not 133. I don't know why it's 133, but we have to get to 133. What I was going to say, ironically, we have a support line right here, which is acting as resistance right now. If we bust through that... I mean, look out, because we have another... This is it. These are your 2 lines between invalidating this pattern. So, you know, if you see it go over 130 and it breaks 133, look out. And I don't mean just break 133 and go to 133.6. I mean, if you see 136, 140, in a technical term, it just has to hit 133. But you know how the manipulation is. It'll try to throw people off. If you see it at 138 and trading upwards still, the pattern's been invalidated. We might come back down, but it's not going to be this far. So you would likely see... Ah, shit! Shit! I just deleted my indicators like a fucking idiot. Ah, we were going so good too. Son of a fucking bitch. Alright, let me get my XRP back out. There we go. Okay. I know this has been a very long video, but you guys need to hear it. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to come up to here and we're going to get rejected by the one, not the 124 though. I think we're going to make it interesting. And we're going to get rejected by the 130 resistance line right now. It used to be our strongest support on paper, literally. And now it's acting as resistance. So unless we flip that, I don't think there's anything to worry about. We got to watch those areas I put the two lines between. Because if we break that area and we're not breaking down by there, well, now we might go all the way up to the top of the pattern. And if we go all the way up there and then we come back down, the problem is we're not going down to 78 cents or 52 cents. We would go up to $1.60, make some kind of head, and then come down to probably the 130 again, because we'd back test 130 probably. So my prediction, if you see it go up to here, and then we do this and create a head, we're only coming back down to 130 because we're going to prove its support now, because we'd be bouncing from the top side. What I think is going to happen is we're going to come up and we're going to bounce off of resistance and come back down. And we're going to prove that that ultimate resistance is there at 130. So I'm going to put the line down, and this is what I think is going to happen, guys. This is what I think is going to happen. So I'll throw the two scenarios out there with XRP. I hope you watch till the end, and I'm out of here after this. If you haven't donated, I don't know why. If you haven't joined Tom's Army, I don't know why even further, because you can't get this kind of information anywhere else, period. So, I think what's going to happen here is we're going to bounce off, okay? I'm only doing XRP. You can do the rest of them like this because I showed you. So, you come across, and then we're going to come up. Well, and then what I think is going to happen is we're going to use this, and instead of coming downside, we're coming upside, which means we're using it as resistance. We're not going to get over it, and we're going to fail. Even if we flutter, we might get to $1.31, $1.32, if that. Probably get rejected below this. We'll come down in this. Or there's one earlier scenario where we get outright rejected by $1.24. Because that's probably what's going to happen. We're going to push over 124, and we won't have enough steam to even get to 130. And then we'll get rejected somewhere in the middle and come back down. Scenario 2, we come across, we come up, and then we're like dicking around, and we're like, oh shit. And then we create this, and then we come back down. You're already fucked, but you'll have something like that, and then you'll create the head to complete the cup and handle. Right? And then traditional of a head and a cup and handle, it pours out. You'll create the shoulder. But then instead of coming back down to these levels, you'll prove that 130 is now acting as support instead of resistance, and you'll just come back up. And it'll look something like that. You know, but it'll come up, you know, around somewhere like that. Or it'll come down and test it. Or it can come down even more, but you won't come under $1 is my point. So I hope that helped. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XM and Future Digibyte OG. Consider joining Tom's Army for $9.99 a month. We're at 84 active subscribers. We're trying to hit our first subscriber goal of 100 subscribers, and I think it'd be cool to do that before I even get past my 7th week. Stay true, stay blessed.